Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very pleasant night here, my precious pack, and welcome back once more to World of Tanks. It's time for the second video, and I decided I would just play the Tundra match since I mentioned it yesterday, and yeah, whenever this thing gets into ridgeline type situations, it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would be. Even with 7 degrees of gun depression, it can still work, which is surprising. Now, there are a number of issues with it, as I stated before, but I'm going to focus on the match itself this time around. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. So, what am I doing? Well, I'm going to the hill on Tundra because I want to try and control the situation. If that doesn't work out, I'll just turn around and leave and go someplace else, preferably the middle of the map towards their base, which is typically my fallback location. Now, remember yesterday how I mentioned there was a round on this match where it should not have connected at all? Yeah, you're about to see that in about 2 seconds. Watch this. There was almost nothing left of his tank visible, and it still hit somehow. Don't ask me how, because that should have missed, because the round, it looked like it was going to go directly past the tank, and no, it hit somehow. Don't know how, but it hit. Now I want to try and join the others right over here and try and help fight, but there are a few too many people here, and as you're going to see in a second, I'm just going to completely back out and go to the middle of the map. And do what I love to do. And you know what I find in the middle of the map? Tank destroyers. Very, very thinly armored ones. So I get to try out the high explosive rounds, and this is... I didn't really use the high explosive rounds that much, but all I have to say is with 65mm of penetration against softly armored vehicles, they work exceptionally well, and that just single high burst of damage just feels very nice. And you have to reload for under 12 seconds. You can see there for a second I was thinking, do I want to go this way? Nah, I'm going to go with my classic. I'm going in the middle. Now, at the moment, there isn't any one team specifically winning or losing. My team has the hit point advantage for the moment, but as I'm driving along and spotting everyone, well, I see everyone now, I can see that the hit point advantage doesn't seem like it's going to last because it's quickly closing in. Opening back up, closing back in. Okay, what do I find back here? Well, I'm basically at their cap circle and there's still no one dealing with me. Oh, thank you for providing me with the back of your turret, and hello there! And I'm 95% certain at the moment that that round passed straight through my... Hello there. But I'm pretty sure the gorilla's round passed straight through my turret. Now, why did I fire on the FV there when I could have fired on the gorilla? Because both of them have a very strong chance to overmatch a very certain part of the roof of this tank if they're using an armor-piercing round. However, this guy's spamming heat rounds, and I'm not too worried about that if they're going to keep face-hugging me. However, I'm also reversing up in the wrong direction. Now, I'm just constantly looking out because I'm waiting. I was basically wondering when the 4005 was going to... Oh, there he is. The entire match during that portion of the fight, I was wondering when that one was going to rush, because now I'm theoretically a one-shot. And they had an armor-piercing round, and they failed to hit the part that they could overmatch, so I don't know what happened there, but okay. And yeah, for anyone who's unaware, 155mm and above, right above the gun. Armor-piercing round or APCR, you're always going to go through. Because it's a 50mm plate, and if you look at the model in-game, anyone wants to go to the garage, that plate just above the gun that goes back towards the commander's hatches and stuff like that, well, the cupola, the driver's hatch, everything like that, yeah, you can overmatch that very easily. Now, all I have to say is you're actually going to see me write Leopard 1s 2 more times. Oh, and as I've casually rambling on, I also casually did 3,863 damage, and we're not even done yet. There's still about 1,200 more damage to do. Oh, and in the last video, for anyone who checked the description, I found out what was wrong with the recordings and why they came out choppy at points, as you saw there. I believe I've resolved it. I'll have to make a couple more videos. Oh, and I had another great match in the 780, and I recorded another one. No issues with it that I saw, so just gonna have to wait and see with that. Man, I love this tank. Nope. And we're mostly done with the match now. And now you're going to see my favorite thing about this tank. Remember I said about the lower plate? Well, there's also something else you have to worry about. Anyone else know where I just fired and punched through? Because this is going to get a very nice chuckle out of everyone. If you think that I shot through the side of his tank, you'd be deeply mistaken. Now I've probably got a bunch of you looking at me like, what are you talking about? What if I told you that if you're under it looking up at it, there's 2 points on the under portion of the turret that you can fire at that are not attached to the chassis, but the turret itself, that a large majority of weapons can, if you can wedge the round in, it'll just go right through. It's because the round has nowhere to go and the penetration is high enough. They can just auto-pen through it, even though it can't overmatch it. I found out about that because I was staring at a 780 that was AFK on the enemy team the other night, and just under the bulbous portion of the turret, oh, beautiful ammo rack, but under the bulbous portion of the turret, as you can see there, just under the turret, on the edges there, you can fire and almost penetrate every single shot with about 250 pen. But that's going to be it. I've talked on long enough. But for now, be safe out there. Happy hunting, and as always, I'll see you later.